One of the central tasks of local SEO is to identify and manage duplicate business listings for your companies. In this lesson, we're going to take a look at how duplicates can get created, the common ways they are, some terminology about duplicates, as well as examine the magnitude of duplicates as a challenge for businesses. Okay, so let's jump in here. Here's an example of how a duplicate listing can get created. It's actually quite easy. So here I've done a search and it generated a navigational search intent. So I had a local pack, clicked on the local pack, opened up into a map, and here I see listings on the left-hand side of the page. If I scroll all the way to the bottom of that list of businesses, you'll see this box. Can't find what you're looking for? Add a missing place. If you've ever clicked on the Add a Missing Place link, you'll see this, which provides me the ability to drag and drop a pin for a business. The name, address, category, additional information can be added to this. And so it's possible, you can imagine, that customers, wittingly or unwittingly, can create erroneous listings with your name. Right? They might get the address wrong. Maybe you're, one block down, or you're on the other side of the street. It's an odd number versus an even number. Maybe they define your category as something different than what you are. But you can imagine that it's very easy for duplicates to get created. This same thing happens on many applications where you can add businesses or review businesses, and you can create new instances of a single business. So it can become quite challenging. What are the main causes of duplicates? Well, as we saw in that example there's user-generated content. So I can check in from mobile applications, I can create a new listing on a map, and there's many third-party tools that allow me to, inadvertently create new listings for businesses that already exist. And now I'm in competition with that listing, potentially. There's an inconsistency issue that comes up. So inconsistency is where maybe a business gets bought out or it moves to a new location. Maybe they change or slightly adjust their brand name, or a business that existed in that location had a listing and then did not delete it after they went out of business. So you can see inconsistency where the search engines are trying to match up the name, address, and phone number can sort of propagate out through the ecosystem if you're not careful with it. There's another issue called data conflation. Now, data conflation is a very specific issue because this comes from when aggregators or directories take two separate pieces of information and conflate them, that is, push them together to create an entirely new listing. So duplicates, they come in a lot of different variants, and one of the central jobs of a local SEO is to identify the duplicates as well as how to mitigate and manage them. So how big of a problem is this? If you have a customer or you're working internally with local SEO and you want to give it a little sense of magnitude, let's show some numbers that Moz has collected over time. How big of a problem are duplicate listings? Well, one thing is that if you want to do duplicate management manually, oftentimes it takes anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour just to find a duplicate and figure out how to remove it, because you'd have to go to that specific directory or aggregator or figure out how to communicate with whoever it is that actually owns that listing and then have it adjusted. On average, enterprise clients, so these are clients that have more than 100 listings, they have about 3,500 duplicates when they sign up with the Moz Local tool. So this is a very large challenge for businesses, and you can imagine that this scales with the size of the business. And so it can take up to 44 weeks if you apply the 30-minute on average times 3,500 for a big company. So for large companies that have multiple business locations, duplicates are a huge, huge challenge.